Hello, brethren. My name is Sidney Salakuphathwa. Here is the time again to be with you. I'll be with you in a few minutes just to share with you the word that is most important at this hour. Here's a topic that is very important, especially the verse that I see is important today. I'm going to be talking about the book of Matthew 27. The book of Matthew 27 is a book that talks about Jesus. What are the questions that you have about Jesus? Questions such as, who is Jesus? Why Jesus? What kind of a person Jesus was? What was his mission? Why did he came? Or why did he come? Why was he sent to the world? Why would his father deny him to be crucified on behalf of the millions of people? Why so much hassle? Why did he have to go through so much hurt and so much struggle in his life? Why did he have to endure till the end? Why was he so tenacious, effective in making a definite purpose to come to an end? Why was he so much digging for the purpose of accomplishing a mission that his father sent him to accomplish? What kind of a person does that? What fears did he have? Did he have any fear whatsoever? Do you think Jesus had fears? And what kind of people surrounded Jesus? Those are the questions that when we speak about Jesus, we have to ask ourselves. Such questions as, what kind of people had to be involved in the story of Jesus in order to carry out God's purpose for their lives? Why was he an innocent blood? Why was his innocent blood supposed to be shed for the millions of people? Why Jesus? Why not anybody else? Why not you? Why not me? Why was he given as the only begotten Son? Okay, to answering these questions, we have to go deeper into the text itself, according to the verses that are in front of me right now. Matthew 27, we start from verse 1. The Bible reads, "When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Jesus to put him to death." What kind of people would want to take counsel to put Jesus to death? Why were the chief priests and the elders conspiring to put Jesus to death? Why was it done in the morning? Why specifically the morning? The Bible says, struggle can endure for a night, but in the morning joy shall come. Why in Jesus' case, why should it be the opposite? Why in the morning when people are rejoicing, why should it be Jesus that is set to sorrow? Is it the truth? Is it that Jesus was experiencing joy in the midnight hour, praying to God, his Father, enjoying the all-night prayer, praying, preparing himself for the morning struggle that was to come? Is it that Jesus knew that this thing in the morning was going to happen? This conspiracy that was against him, that it was going to happen? Did he know? Did he know exactly that thing was going to happen in his life? What kind of people were conspiring against Jesus? The Bible notifies us. The Bible mentions the chief priests and the elders of the people. The elders of the people and chief priests, the leaders themselves, the synagogue leaders, were the ones that were conspiring against him. They were setting a trap against Jesus to put him to death. Why a trap to put him to death? Why a trap to put him to death? Why? Why death necessary? And the Bible says it is necessary for someone to die for many, to wash the sins of many. And it is necessary for someone who is righteous to die for many, for someone who is innocent to die for the guilty. Such a price that someone had to pay just for the cause of redemption, to redeem his friends. It is for this cause that a man will lay his life for his friends. How many friends do we have today who could do such a thing? Someone who raises his hand and say, I would do it. Someone would say, it's a hard thing to do. Why would anyone choose to die for many? What kind of a leader would go an extra step, an extra mile to die for his family, for his community? Did he have any fear in his heart about the mission that he was engaging himself into? Did he have any fears? Was there anything at the back of his mind that was saying, this is too hard for me, this is too big a dream? What kind of people dare to dream big dreams and acquire great plans and great purposes, great achievements? What kind of people? What is this kind of people that go to further miles, take an extra mile in accomplishing a mission? Let's continue to read. And when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. When they had bound him, why was he supposed to be bound? Why was he supposed to be bound? Was he a prisoner? Was he not a free man? The Bible says, when the Son of Man sets you free, you're going to be free indeed. Why should the one who sets us free be exerted at one stage in his life to being bound, be exerted in one stage in his life to bondage, to chains, to handcuffs? Why was he led? Why was he led away? Why was he led away? Why were there leaders? Is there such kind of leaders in the world who are leading people to destruction? Is there such kind of leaders in life who are leading people into prison? Do we have around in our community the kind of leaders that will lead you into doing wrong? Do we have such kind of leaders that would rejoice when they see their neighbor going into destruction? Do we have such leaders in our communities that would give you an advice that would make your house to be evicted, that would make your house to be taken by the bank, that would make your house to be sold, that would evict you out of your house? Do we have kind of leaders that would cause you to commit acts horrible, such that you would lose your family, your wife, and your children, lose your job, and sleep under the bridge? Why these kind of leaders? Why not the kind of leaders that would lead him to righteousness? Why the evil leaders? And it says, it mentions the chief priests and the elders of the people. Verse 2 again. When they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Why were they delivering him to the governor? Why the governor? Why Pontius Pilate? What kind of a leader was Pontius Pilate? Was he a leader who is known by being a good judge, who was judging righteously? Was he a kind of a leader when people have brought somebody to him or in front of him, his counsel, he would judge righteously? I love you, Jesus.
And Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews?